cardio workout with dumbbells. All you need for this workout is one set of dumbbells. I'm going to be using 10 pounds, that's medium heaviness for, is that how you say it? Medium heaviness for me. Make sure you have some space around you. I don't play music in my workouts, so you can turn your music on now. If you need a suggestion for music, I've linked my Spotify in the comment in the description below. Make sure you have water close by, and yeah, bring a positive attitude. We are going to work hard, but we're going to be done shortly. So let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. We're just going to start with some side steps and some overhead arm swings. So take your warm-up seriously. It's like it's the transition, the on-ramp into our workout. Think of the workout as the freeway or the highway, depending on where you are and what term you use for that. But you don't want to get on the highway cold and slow. That's just going to lead to an accident. So you can think of the same thing with our warm-up. Okay, now we're just going to bring our arms forward and open up our chest, open up our pecs. So this video should be coming out beginning of the year. Happy New Year, happy 2022. That's crazy to say. Did you set any intentions for yourself for the year? Hopefully taking care of yourself is one of them. Okay, now let's just do some up and overs. You can kind of bring it into a little squat bounce here as you reach your arm up and over. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, maybe at the back of the mat, we're going to come down into a walkout. So bend your knees to start, walk out into that plank, and then walk it back up and stand up. As we do more and more walkouts and our hamstrings start to loosen up, you can start to work your legs in the direction of straight in the warm-up. All right, the next time we come down into our plank, we're going to add a push-up. So whether you are from your knees or from your toes, that is up to you. And then we're also going to add a spider, tapping knee to elbow. Let's do 2 more of those. Walk it out. Once you come into that high plank, drop your knees or from your toes. Push up, right knee, right elbow, left knee, left elbow. Walk it back. 1 more. So remember the push-up, you want to think of your body as being an arrow. So you're making that A shape with the arrow with your head and your elbows out to 45 degrees. Okay, arms up. We're going to fold forward, bend your knees, come down into a squat. You can kind of wiggle your hips from side to side for a little opener for the inner thighs. And then bring your hands down, straighten your legs for a hamstring opener, and come back up. Let's do 2 more of those. Hinge at your hips, bump your butt back, fold over your legs, come down into that squat, straighten into your legs, and then engage your core, and come up to stand. 1 more. So hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit more open, a little bit more warm. All right, come back up to stand. And we're going to bring our right knee down, left knee down. Plant your right foot, stand up with the left. Now we're going to switch sides, left knee down, right knee down. This move is in our workout, and we're going to be having some dumbbells in our hands, so I just want to make sure that we've got it down. And then alternating legs. Let's do 2 more each side. And then if this is too much for you, you can always just do a squat. So make sure that your weight is back in your heel when you come up to stand. All right, now we're just going to do some kicks. I think they're called monster kicks or 10-man. Just warming up the hamstrings a little bit more. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, move. We're gonna have 10 seconds in between moves. I'm just gonna grab my timer. So go ahead and grab your dumbbells, and I'm gonna hit start, and we're gonna come into that plank row. So in this row, you're bending your elbow, drawing the dumbbell towards your hip. We wanna make sure that we're not rocking side to side as we row the dumbbell. Make sure that as you lower the dumbbell, you do so with control. All right, 10 seconds. Go ahead and carefully come up to stand. We're going to hold the dumbbells by our sides, shoulders down in their sockets. And then right knee down, left knee down, right heel, and stand. Left knee down, right knee down, left heel, and stand. And then alternating the lead leg, just like when we do those commando up-down planks sometimes. Same idea. So really squeezing the glute and the hamstring on that lead leg. Okay, now we've got our bicep curl to an overhead press, and I'm going to do a palm forward bicep curl. So again, shoulders down in their sockets, and then I'm going to bring the weights overhead, palms facing forward. Got Fiona here, my chief motivational officer. I don't know if you can hear her snoring. Okay, so those are our 3 moves. Now we're going to take those 3 moves and we're going to build them into an AMRAP, which is as many reps as possible. So we're going to be working continuously for 4 minutes, and we're going to complete 6 reps of each one of those moves on repeat for 4 minutes. Okay? If you need to grab a sip of water, grab a sip of water. Otherwise, grab those dumbbells, meet me down on the ground in that plank row, and we are on. Ooh, a little PE whistle for that one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now my transition, I'm gonna hop my feet up and I'm gonna kind of bring the dumbbells up in like a thruster. 1 surrender, 2 surrenders, 3, 4, 5, and you can work at your own pace. 6, bicep curl, overhead press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, back to the plank row. And remember, you're working at your own pace, so you might be ahead of me, or at the same spot as I am, or behind me. And that's okay, right? You showed up here for your workout. I want you to work with good form. I'd rather that you focus on your form than on just going as fast as you can. See, I've got 1 more each side here. Back to that curl, overhead press. So this is different than an EMOM, right? We're never waiting for the break. We're just working continuously for those 4 minutes. And although there aren't any dedicated cardio moves in this circuit, your heart rate will be elevated just from all the different moves. Okay, we have about a little under 2 minutes left, which is about half of our time. So let's see if we can get in 2 more full circuits. And you can always step up that transition rather than jumping it. And if a move doesn't work for you, you always have the executive control to make a decision about a move that does work for you, right? All right, curl press for me. All right, we've got a little bit under 1 minute. Can you go faster with good form? 1, 2, I think you can. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 30 seconds left. 3, I like to finish even. 4, 5, 6. And if you finish one round, then you just start on the next. 2, 3. Can I do it? Yes. 6 seconds. 4, 5, and 6. Okay, I snuck in that last one even though it was done. Okay, I'm going to put those dumbbells down, out of the way. We're going to come into a little bit different of a circuit now. So we're going to have 3 exercises again. They are all body weight. We're going to do each of the 3 exercises for 45 seconds with 15 seconds rest in between. And then at the end of the 3, we're going to go for 1 minute, adding all 3 together, and I will tell you how many reps of each we're going to do. So the first move that we have is a walkout like we did in our warm-up with a plank jack at the bottom and walk it back. So we're going to do that for 45 seconds. Meet me at the back of your mat and we're on when you hear the bell. So walk out, high plank, plank jack, walk it back. Ooh, I almost tipped over. Walk it out, plank jack, walk back. So remember, it's a hip hinge. Stick your butt back, melt your chest over your thighs, walk yourself out. Plank jack, walk it back. Five more seconds, and then we're going to have 15 seconds rest. All right, come up to stand. Our next move, we're going to be in a plank hold with a spider. So that's tapping knee to tricep, which is just a little bit above the elbow. So I'm going to come down into that high plank so I'm ready at the bell. Tap right knee, right tricep, left knee, left tricep. Spread all 10 fingers nice and wide and press your fingertips into the mat. Pull your belly button back to your spine like there's a little fire on the mat and you don't want it burning your belly button. And then gazes forward, not up, down, or back. Okay, we have 7 more seconds here. You've got this. It's a lot of shoulder work, I know. Can always come down your knees for a break, and I am going to come down to my knees for the transition here. Our third move is a snap jump. So it's a plank, jump up into a squat, and then jump back into a plank. We're on at the bell. So low hold, snap it back. Jump it up, low squat, hold, jump it back. So this is a good form check-in for a burpee, right? We want to squat down low before we put our hands on the ground in our regular burpee. no hunched shoulders, punching forward. Okay, we have 15 seconds. We're gonna do 1 walkout with a plank jack, 2 spider knee taps, 3 snap jumps, and we're gonna repeat that for a minute. We have 5 seconds. We're on at the bell. Walk out to plank jack. 1 walkout, 1 plank jack. 1, 2 spider knees. 1, 2, 3 snap jumps. Walk it back. Walk it out. Plank jack. Spider knee, 3 snap jumps. 1, 2, 3. Jump it back. Walk it out. We're 15 seconds in. Plank jack, spider tap, snap jump 1, snap jump 2, snap jump 3. Make sure those knees aren't caving in on those snap jumps. And remember, you're going with your own pace. 1 plank jack, 2 spiders, and 3 snap jumps. I think that was 3, but I'm not sure. Okay, 7 seconds left. What can we do?
Activity completed.
I'm going to finish just because, like I said, I like to finish even. Okay, so those are our 2 circuit formats that we're going to do in this workout. We have 1 more of each of those circuits left. So for this next circuit, we're just going to need 1 dumbbell. Again, I'm using my 10-pound weight. We're going to have 3 moves, 30 seconds each, 10 seconds in between, and then after that 30-second work period, we're going to turn it into a 4-minute AMRAP, and I'll give you the magic number of reps before we start. All right, you get a little extra because I have to get the timer switched back to our 30-second round. So the first move, we're going to start on the ground in a V-sit with a Russian twist. Your toes and feet can be on the ground, or you can hover them as long as your legs aren't wobbling from side to side. So the other option is feet on the ground, and then allow your gaze to follow the dumbbell. But keep your hips facing up. Like if I have little lights on my hip points, they'd be facing up towards the ceiling. Okay, next move, we're going to come into a bear hold. So hovering tabletop. I have the dumbbell behind my right hand, and I'm going to pull it under with my left. So keeping myself stable, right? The tendency is to open up to the side when you're pulling that dumbbell under, but you've really got to squeeze those outer hips in, knit the front ribs and the core all into the midline, and then keep your gaze towards the horizon and not back towards the dumbbell or your toes. Ooh, okay, third move here is a press jack. Dumbbells at chest height, and then we're doing a jumping jack, pressing the dumbbell up. Watch your face. I don't know if you can hear my partner over here, she's snoring. Fiona's a senior citizen, she's 12. Okay, those are our 3 moves. We're going to put them all together for a 4-minute AMRAP, and we're going to do 6 reps of each one of those moves. So 6 Russian twists, 6 bear pull-unders, 6 jacks. So there's some up and down in there. Make sure you're paying attention to how you're getting up and down with the dumbbell. Don't want any accidents. We're on the highway, remember? We're on the freeway. We're going fast. But we want to keep our driving, our bodies defensive. Keep those anatomy cues in mind. Okay, that's enough of a break. I'm going to come down to the ground. I'm going to hit the timer, and we're we're starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Russian twists. Bring the dumbbell to the mat. Come into your bear hold. Pull it under with the opposite hand for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to leave the dumbbell on the ground. I'm going to hop up, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, back down for those Russian twists. Remember, feet on or off the ground. 5, 6. Bring the dumbbell to the mat. Come into my bear hold. Remember, you can always do this from your knees, or you can come into a plank if that makes you feel more stable. 6. I'm gonna hop my feet up. Carefully grab the dumbbell in that spot. And 6. Press jacks. 4, 5, 6. Back down to Russian twist. Okay, just under 3 minutes left. We're gonna get a lot of rounds in there. Let me know below how many you get in. 6, dumbbell on the mat. Bear hold. Remember, you're working at your own pace. The only person you have to compete with is yourself yesterday, right? We want to get better than we were yesterday by showing up and doing hard things. All right, that was 6. Back down for those Russian twists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dumbbell on the mat. Bear hover pull under. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hop it up. Jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1 minute, 40 seconds left. That was 6. Back into those planks. Bear plank, pull under. So the farther back the dumbbell is, the more difficult the move is, and the closer to your wrist it is, it makes it a little bit easier, although it's not an easy move. It's definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A more advanced move. Okay, we have a minute left. What can we do in a minute? I bet a lot more than we think we can. Have you ever played the minute game with the microwave? Where you set the microwave because you're cooking something for a minute, and then you see how many little chores you can accomplish in the kitchen while that minute of cooking goes on. And I think it's amazing how much you can do in 1 minute. All right, clearly we can get through this circuit twice. We have 30 seconds left. So if you've never done that, maybe I'm the weird one, try it the next time you're warming something in the microwave. And then instead of just standing there waiting for the microwave, like unload the dishwasher. Do some dishes. I think you'll be shocked by how much you can get done. Okay, last 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo! Okay, that's the last time we're going to use dumbbells in our class today. We have one more of those mashup rounds where we're going to do 3 45-second moves. And then for a minute, we're going to do a combination of those 3 moves together, okay? So the 3 moves this time are Chaturanga Push-Ups. So if you don't know what that is, it's Tricep Push-Ups, either from your knees or from your toes with your elbows hugged close into your body. And then then I'll let you know what we're going to do after that. So go ahead and make your way into your high plank or from your toes. From your knees or from your toes. So unlike a traditional push-up, the tricep push-up, elbows pin into the side, and then you stop at a 90-degree bend. Okay, so your chest is hovering. I really like to grip all 10 fingertips into the mat. It gives me a little space between my hand and the mat. Takes some pressure off of my wrist. So your triceps should really be on fire. And don't worry, this is the last time we're going to do these for this long. We'll only be doing 2 when we come into our mashup circuit. Okay, I'm going to come down to my knees for a second. Our next move is a downward facing dog, opposite palm to opposite foot tap. So come into plank, organize your joints, lift your hips into down dog, and then we're going to tap right hand to left foot, left hand to right foot, and just alternate. So, like you're pressing the mat forward and away from you with that hand that is supporting your weight. If this is really tough, you can always do a high knee march or just some other oblique, a bicycle that gets your obliques and your core fired up. All right, come up to your feet. And our last move is just good old-fashioned jump squats, okay? So sitting down into a squat, weight is in your heels, springing off your toes to stand. We're gonna do that for 45 seconds at the bell. But remember, this is the only extended period of these. We're gonna incorporate them with the other 2 exercises that we just did. Keep your gaze and your chest forward. Exhale as you spring up. Inhale as you come down. See if you can get a little bit higher. We have last 15 seconds, maybe a little bit faster. Let's get that heart rate up. And squats, regular old squats, are good here too if you're not jumping. Okay, we're gonna put those 3 together. We're gonna start with 2 Chaturanga Push-Ups. 4 down dog, opposite taps, 6 squat jumps. Okay, we're on in now. Okay, 2 Chaturanga Push-Ups from your knees or your toes. Down dog, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Now we have to jump it up. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump squats. Back into Chaturanga Push-Ups. So whether you jump back or you step back, and then opposite hand, opposite foot. 4 of those. Hop it up. 6 jump squats or squats. 2, 3. We're halfway. 4, 5, 6. I'm going to jump back to my plank, but you can step it back. Down dog. Opposite toe taps. 4 of them. So 2 each side. Hop it up. 6 squat jumps. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to see how far I can get. 1, 2. All right. Wherever you are, make your way back up to your feet. And we're going to come into our cool down. So let's go ahead and get started on our butts. And we're going to come into a little butterfly, bringing the soles of your feet together to touch. And then we're going to come into what's called a deer pose. I've heard it called pretzel pose, right angle pose. So my right shin is parallel to the front of the mat, and my left shin is parallel to the back of the mat, just getting a nice 90-degree bend, or bend in the knees, a stretch in the hips. And then we're going to bring our hands back to our heart. We're going to shift to the other side. So 90-degree bend, front leg parallel to the front of the mat, back leg parallel to the side of the mat, and we're going to go through that 3 more times each side. So if you're really tight in your hips, this back butt cheek probably isn't flat on the mat. If you can think about getting it flat, that's great. And then being able to do this without putting your hands on the mat is a little extra bonus. But if you need to put your hands on the mat, you put your hands on the mat. Okay, we have one more of our hip opener in each direction. Oh, my tummy. All right, come back to center. We're gonna cross right leg, come to the side, I'll go this side. Right leg over the left, hug the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, and then come into a gentle twist. And then opposite side, extend the right leg, bend the right knee, hug the left knee with the right elbow and the gaze out towards the right or back over the left shoulder. Come back to center. We're going to come on to our hands and knees, and then we're going to come back into a downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet here. So creating length in the upper body from the tips of the fingers to the tailbone, and then opening up our calves here and the back side of our legs. And then gently walk yourself back up, slowly roll up to standing, and we're going to do a shoulder stretch, arms out like a T, right arm under the left, coming into eagle arms, so crossing at the elbows and the wrists, pressing the forearms in towards one another, and just feeling that awesome opening in the back of the upper body. Pulling the elbows out, lifting the fingertips isometrically, and then just do a couple of shakeouts. Same thing, T, left arm under the right this time, cross at the elbows and the wrists. If your elbows and wrists won't cross, you can bring opposite palm to opposite shoulder. And again, thinking about extending the elbows out in front of you. All right, guys, I appreciate you being here with me. Please like the videos, make sure you're subscribing to my channel, sharing them with friends. Stay safe, keep moving, and I will see you back here next time.